Welcome back, guys. I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be showing you a top 2 of the 2 most scariest stories. Home Alone. Enjoy. One night, a young girl, Lily Foster, is left alone for the night in her country house while her parents drove out of town for a party. This was fine for Lily, especially since she had a faithful dog, Scout, protecting her throughout the night. She made herself something to eat and sat down at the kitchen table, turning on the radio to her favorite station. She was surprised to hear a news bulletin declaring that an advanced murderer was out on the loose. It advised that people secure all windows and doors as safety precautions. With her dog by her side, the young girl locked the front and back doors. She went window to window and locked each of them one at a time. She reassured herself that she would be fine with her trusty dog and that her parents would be home shortly anyway. So Lily had a pleasant, peaceful evening, and finally decided around 11 o'clock that it was time for bed. She climbed the stairs to her bedroom and slid under a big warm blanket on her bed. Before closing her eyes, she reached her hand down under the bed, allowing the dog to lick it. She did it every night because it comforted her. A short while later, she awoke to the sound of scratching noises at her bedroom window. She eyed the window and reminded herself that the whole house was locked and she was safe. She stuck her hand under the bed and felt her dog's slobbery tongue cross over the palm of her hand. She sighed and went back to sleep. An hour later or so, she sat up in bed. She had heard footsteps in the hallway and crept out of bed to see if it was possibly her parents returning from their party. Seeing nothing, she returned to bed, and she was about to stick her hand under the bed. She heard a drip, 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 followed by some footsteps. She walked downstairs into the kitchen and secured the taps, and surely wasn't the source of the drips. She crept upstairs and climbed into bed. This is silly, she told herself. I'm probably just imagining things. She stuck her hand under the bed and felt the dog lick her hand. An hour later, she awoke again, a little mad at this point. She jumped out of bed. The dripping wasn't coming from the kitchen, so it must be from the bathroom. She crept along the side of the hallway and walked into the bathroom. She groped along the side wall with her left hand, looking for the light switch. She flicked the light switch and glass. There, hanging from the shower rod, was Scout's skin. A pool of blood had formed on the bathroom tile with a continuous drip, drip. As the blood from the dog hit the ground, something on the wall caught her eye. Written on the wall in blood, a message says, "Humans can lick too." One cold winter night, 16-year-old Kelly Sanders was home alone, as her parents had gone out to a dinner party at a friend's house. It had been snowing all afternoon, but had recently stopped. After studying for a while, she decides to relax a little. After all, she finally had the house to herself. She makes some popcorn, gets a nice warm fuzzy blanket, and snuggles under it to watch one of her favorite movies in the lounge room. The television is positioned a few feet in front of the glass sliding door that leads to the patio and backyard. By midnight, Kelly's parents are still not home. She begins to feel uneasy, but refuses to call them. for risk of sounding like she couldn't take care of herself. Suddenly, her eyes catch a glint of light behind the TV, and right there, just outside the glass door, was a crazy-eyed man grinning maniacously at her and holding a long, narrow blade in his left hand. Terrified, the girl panics, pulls the blanket up over her head, and grabs the cordless phone by her side. Kelly calls the police, and as luck would have it, it was there, a patrol car less than a block away from her house. In a matter of seconds, 2 officers are at the scene, and Kelly tells them about the armed man staring through the glass. The first officer opens this glass sliding door and looks around the area. After a few minutes, she turns and explains to Kelly that there couldn't have been anyone standing out there, as there would have been footsteps in the snow. The second officer tells her that she was probably just tired and her imagination was playing tricks on her. He beckoned at the TV where the horror movie was at. She had been watching was still playing. Stuff like that didn't help matters either. He smiled. Kelly smiled too, more at her own immaturity than the officer's remark. Still, a little shaken, as the police officers are about to leave, the male officer stops, looks behind the sofa that Kelly had been sitting on. His jaw drops, and his eyes widen in shock. Kelly and the other officer notice his reaction and follow his gaze. They both gasped. There were wet footprints and a discarded knife on the carpet behind the couch. Kelly hadn't seen the man outside the door. She had seen his reflection when he was standing behind her. I want to thank you guys for watching. More videos coming soon. Comment ideas that I could do. Like, subscribe, shout out. I appreciate all of you. New videos, new content, it's all coming soon. Thank you guys and thanks for watching.
White horse, high bitch, high bitch, high bitch, high bitch. I do not sniff it or roll it. Nope. It do not drip when I pull it.